Gee, so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. I'm so excited to be here and to help people find some calm and collected assurance.
Yes, I think both of us have a passion for that, and both of us, being human beings, have had challenges around staying calm and collected, and both of our professions really demand that of us. And so we're going to share some things today from both of our skill sets and using essential oils in order to help us stay calm and collected. So I wanted to share with you some breathing techniques. We're always breathing, right? So it's always flowing in, flowing out. And I think when we find that we get anxious or something like I was feeling this morning, my breath was all caught up in my chest. And I felt very stuck in my middle, and I felt like, oh, I can't fully breathe. And so, number one, we want to start breathing into our belly. Are you familiar with belly breathing, Jean?
I've heard of a yes breath. But I don't know if I've heard exactly of a belly breath. So I'm excited to learn about it.
Oh, cool. It's very common in a lot of traditions, and especially yoga and Chinese medicine, which is what I do, where basically you start your breath in the belly. So as you inhale, the belly expands. And ideally, first we're kind of just expanding it out. So we're not holding our belly in like if we're wearing a bikini, but it's more like you let the belly expand out with the inhale. And it can take some practice if you're used to breathing in your chest, which many people do. It's just like that. Instead, you're breathing into the belly first. You're certainly filling the whole lungs, but it's like you're bringing air first into the lower lungs.
Well, I'm also thinking of how many people with their masks right now, because I think that's a majority of people using masks. I know there's some that aren't, and that's totally, it is what it is. Um, but when they are using their mask, they are using more of a shallow, right? Would you agree with that?
I think so because when you have the mask on, you feel like you're not quite getting enough air, and the tendency is to want to kind of pull the shoulders up, almost like an asthmatic, to try and breathe more. And actually, if you drop the breath down into the belly first, you relax the diaphragm, which has so much to do with our breathing. And that's why I was feeling so stuck kind of in my middle as my diaphragm's going, I'm anxious, help. So first off, breathing into the belly, practicing that, you can practice it by holding just putting your hand like on your navel, and you just want to push your hand out as you inhale and exhale. And first step is do that and then have the breath be even. So a nice breath in and a nice breath out. So whichever one's easier, usually the inhale tends to be easier. You kind of count, what's my natural inhale? It would be 4. And then exhale, 4. Inhale, 4. Exhale, 4. And you're trying to make the transition between the inhale and the exhale even, and the count even at first. And if I was feeling very anxious this morning, so I started diffusing this lovely Young Living diffuser that I got with my starter kit. It's so wonderful. It's so much better than those ones that you kind of put a candle under and it's kind of a cute little ceramic thing. It doesn't really work very well. So this is amazing. Like you can see the little steam that it's making, the atomized essential oils. And so I put lavender in here because it's one of my favorites for calming down. And then I started to do my breathing techniques. And part of that is just trying to make the breath even. So if at first my breath is maybe more like three on the inhale, 3 on the exhale, I can eventually start to calm it down a little to do 4 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, maybe even 5 on the inhale, 5 on the exhale. As you start to do that, you start to move more from that stressed state of fight or flight, which we've heard of, right, into more the rest and digest of the parasympathetic system, which is going to start to let your body not be like it's being chased by a tiger, calm down, and be actually healthy and restorative to all your organ functions and everything. So when we're being chased by a tiger kind of feeling inside of our body, the body's just geared toward getting away from the tiger. It's
Yeah.
not geared toward, healing the body, doing all of its restorative processes. And we feel really unpleasant. And so we want to start to feel pleasant
Because
again.
before I was teaching a class and I was frustrated or maybe a little anxious or just annoyed, I was not where I wanted to be, and I had 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, so I go to my oils. I used Valor, because Valor is just awesome. So you can just smell it directly out of the bottle if you wanted, or use a diffuser. Or what I like to do is I usually apply the oils. And Valor is just so great for courage. And what I think about Valor, or what the scent is, because I know you guys can't smell it, is more of like a forest and um, being in that grounding. It has a lot of grounding oils like frankincense and camphor and black spruce. So those are all trees. Trees are really great for grounding. So that's one of the oils. And I usually layer oils. So that's one of the oils that I used. And then peace and calming. Because when we have that calmness, our mind is able to really actually think and do more critical thinking and communicate clearer.
Yeah.
So peace and calming, for me, it has more of a citrus, but it does have like a floral. But I get more of the citrus than the ylang ylang. It also has blue tansy, as well as Valor has blue tansy and patchouli. I usually don't smell patchouli, but sometimes people just, I don't know, they do. But patchouli is awesome, and it is helpful and very grounding. Stress Away was the other one that I used, and Stress Away has a few different oils. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys. I'm not going to list all the oils, but there's like a little black thing that says peel here. So then you can get the ingredients and like if it needs to be diluted. This one with the vanilla in, you kind of just shake it a little. Don't get too shaky with it, just a little bit to mix it up. And then again, you could just drop it on, apply wherever needed, or you can drop it on your wrist. Usually I use my hands a lot, so I usually do drop it on the wrist and move forward. But sometimes, yeah, the neck is just awesome.
Mm.
So it's good. It's good to make sure you have a clear mind and move forward when you're teaching things. Because when you teach, especially about what we do, like we mentioned, I can't be all like, yes, you should get essential oils. I can't be that frustrated. People are going to be like, girl, are you crazy? Like, that's not very healthy.
Yeah, so all of these emotions that, they show up. So especially around this time in Chinese medicine, the summertime, um, the anxiety can show up more, like I was experiencing today. The heart rules this time of year. And so it's really about joy and happiness and the feeling of expansion. The days are long, the energy is very open. You want to communicate with others, be intimate with others. It's that kind of feeling. And when one's not feeling all that nice, warm, expansive energy, there's this kind of tightening, with that anxiety or feeling like things are coming up and out, and it's too much because that energy is coming up and out. So Chinese medicine talks about the flow of energy through the different seasons. So that kind
Yes.
of summer's like that. And so understandably, I might feel something like that. So when you are feeling these feelings, they're just feelings. They come and go like weather. And the question is, how do I deal with this storm? Because it's not me. It's just these things are coming up. So I love what you were sharing about layering those oils. They're so helpful. And you just drop it right onto your skin, and then the skin absorbs it in addition to you smelling it.
Yeah. So the skin absorbs really anything, and that's another reason why I like to share getting toxins out of people's lives. But within about 30 seconds, essential oils are absorbed, and then they're fully absorbed and moving throughout the body because they work on that cellular level to support all of the body systems, and they can pass through the cell walls. It's really cool. But then they get to your bloodstream, and they have their own intelligence. They know where they're going. So you can think of, like, if most people have cut flowers or picked wildflowers, that little ooze, that's what is helping us. Plants are oxygenating, and so are we. So it's really nice that we can work together. And it's also cool with essential oils and more of that sense of smell. So like diffusing is really important. Or like I was showing you, you could just smell out of the bottle. Maybe you're waiting for your order to come and you ran out. You can just smell that out of the bottle. And what's that fragrance is doing is that fragrance is great for making sure, or it's great for your emotional balance. But what happens is it goes to the limbic center of the brain, and it can help with your mood, lifespan, blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress levels, hormone balance, just that sense of smell. So that's really cool. I mean, I think it's just awesome. And I've had my own life experience, and my life changed because of the Young Living products. So essential oils, but we also have personal care and supplements. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. But definitely the essential oils will help with that emotional grounding. And they're just more concentrated than herbs, because again, it's the lifeblood of the plant. So it's really cool, I think. And
Yeah.
that's why, like, 1 hour, I'm like, dude, I have an hour. And it
Yeah.
really, it was literally an hour, but it's really before the hour's up that you want to be ready. Like, so like 30 minutes, or, to be like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, it can so quickly shift that state, I think, with the oils. I wanted to share about the summertime, the couple of oils that I really like. I love that the Young Living oils are so pure and so great therapeutic grade, that many of them, called the Vitality series, right? You can ingest them. And one that I really like to ingest is the Peppermint Vitality. So it's peppermint essential oil, and it's not like a peppermint extract you'd use in cooking or something. It's like this very therapeutic, wonderful thing that's very lovely and pepperminty. And so you can put like a drop or two in a glass of water. And the peppermint is so calming to the nervous system. So I really love to use that during this time of year. And it's also cooling, it's hot, especially where we are in New Mexico.
Right, yeah.
It's getting hotter. And I also love rose essential oil. So again, rose can come in perfumes, or it can come in kind of a fragrance oil. And you may or may not have pleasant memories with that. But to me, if you've ever smelled or experienced rose essential oil, it's just tremendous. And again, it's not just the smell that does go to that reptilian brain, that limbic system that controls our emotions a lot. But it's also the therapeutic quality, like in your getting in your skin, into your body. Also through the nose, it's going to get very quickly into the body through
Yeah.
the layers of the inside of the nose there. I would My experience with rose and my understanding of it is that it's very calming to the heart and to the emotions. That's been, you just smell it and it's just like a mother's hug or something. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
So,
Tell me about what you know about rose.
oh, so this is a 5 ml bottle, right? And then this is a 15 ml. But the rose comes only in a 5 ml, because it takes so much plant material to make this essential oil. So it takes 22 pounds of petals, of rose petals, to make one 5 ml bottle of rose essential oil.
Wow.
And that's why, yeah, it is definitely a wow. That's why it is on the higher price of oils, because each oil is priced differently depending on how much yield it gets, right? But like you were talking about, it is kind of like that mother's hug, or whatever you feel is your safety, because it can help you quickly raise your frequency. The highest frequency essential oil at 320 megahertz. And it's, so you can think of it like how maybe you're like, well, how do they figure that out? If you've ever had your aura taken, it's similar to that, and understanding how the frequency is created. But so since rose is up there in price, but really I like to think of oils as price per drop, and rose would be like $1.50 or $2, where most oils are nickels, dimes, maybe quarters or 50 cents, right? But joy essential oil is awesome, and it has rose as one of the ingredients. There's a few other ones that do, but joy, we're focusing on joy is because when I was looking in this awesome book, which is Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils, which we'll have a link below on where you can get it. So with anxiety, the other side of anxiety, according to her, is confidence, which makes sense because you have to have confidence in wherever you're moving forward with. So using joy, and again, you can either apply a drop and maybe put it on your chest, your heart. Obviously, my chest is not available, so I'm going to put it on the back of my neck. And you can also be smelling it and thinking and saying, peace, be still. And also doing breathing. Peace, be still. That is the affirmation to get you to confidence. Peace, be still. You're welcome to also figure out another affirmation that might work better for you. But that is what she suggests, and it's also having the intentionality, because essential oils will work with your intentionality and helping, because remember, they kind of have their own intelligence. It's pretty cool.
They do. Yeah, we say the same thing in Chinese medicine with the herbs and food. It has its own intelligence. And I was wondering, so what it sounds like you're saying is that you use the oil, so you can diffuse it, you can drop it, you can smell it from the bottle. You can have an affirmation, like from this wonderful book where she's gone through the oils and this is what she's come up with, or you can make your own. And then like regulating the breathing. And like that could be a wonderful trio to really change your state. Yeah, like change your frequency.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, breathing it in, just taking a few minutes to really have the intentionality with the oils, and making sure that you are moving in the direction that you really want to. It's
Mm-hmm.
really cool that essential oils can help with the emotions, flip it back to the positive, or the other side, as some people like to say. But so therefore, like, it's really nice because of all of the oils in the premium starter kit. They have these 12 essential oils, and you're only seeing 10, but there's 2 more. And they're beautiful with helping to connect emotionally. And this book is a great reference. Again, we'll have that link for you. And it's $165, and it's a great value. It's pretty much half off. It's so awesome. And the oils that I've mentioned earlier, of the Valor, and then the Peace and Calming, and the Stress Away, they are all in this kit. But the Valor, Peace and Calming, Frankincense, and Panaway make this collection its weight in gold. So this is the best value for you to be getting. And you can also follow me on like YouTube to really understand, because with emotional support, you also want to get those toxins out of your home, because those toxins mess with your endocrine system. So, and your endocrine system is your hormones, right? And your hormones kind of help with your mood. So you want to move those toxins out of the home and upgrade all your products. But we'll talk about that later, because all of my contact info is below. But and there'll be a link below to get you started with this amazing kit, because your life will be awesome and changed.
It will. We know when I got my first starter kit and I met Jean and got introduced to Young Living, I was just blown away by I had had essential oils in my life before, but the quality of Young Living essential oils is just amazing. And again, I'd only had those diffusers that were just those little ceramic things with the candle underneath, and not so wonderful. But this comes with the kit, or the one that Jean has, I think, can also come with the kit. And it's just awesome. It's super easy to use. And it has this little bluish color, but it can also just be unlit as well. But hers is so beautiful.
Yeah, and it just changes light. So you just decide which one is better. This one changes the light, or again, it could be off. But I did briefly want to mention the Seed to Seal. You can go to seed2seal.com and look at and understand more of the quality of essential oils. Again, that link, and why Young Living, and how it's important to understand where your essential oils are coming from, as well as the soil. But I look forward to getting to know you guys, having you join, and really connecting with you to help you upgrade all your products. Thanks, Allison, for joining too and
It's my
sharing.
pleasure. It's such a pleasure to visit with you and to share this with other people. And hopefully today we've really had a takeaway that is just belly breathe, regulate your breathing, use these wonderful essential oils. Again, Jean said it's a tremendous deal to get the starter kit, and you can really start to experience the true quality of Young Living oils. And then there's all kinds of other products. And if you want to follow Jean, there's some really great household products that Young Living makes that are wonderful. And she has so much education on all aspects of getting the chemicals out of your life and using the oils. And you can follow me for some more tips on how to deal with emotions using the skills that I have in the link below. And after the video, we'll also have a page where you can see Jean's and my contact info if you'd like to get the starter kit from Young Living.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, you guys.
All right,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.